All right, hello everybody. Can y'all hear me? Makia, Jalen?
Yeah,
Awesome. What about you, Miss Kanar? Are you there?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we go through our norms. I have to get through all the announcements. I've already explained what you got to do. So I just want to give y'all more time. And if somebody new comes in the classroom or hasn't been to class, I'm going to explain some more. We're going to review our objectives at least 3 times. And again, I want you to take time to try to get as much of the coding done. Okay, so let's get into it. First in the list would be Mr. Stuckey. Go right ahead.
no one has a right to another person. Education class, sacred reading and behavior against critical sales of school, family, and so can Miss West. Do not ask integrity. We take pride in so can Miss West. Respect the other, respect to go to the class, and you never participate. We are high station and sales our prisoner teachers. We are here to focus on parent and post study endeavors.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's go to this. So GGI Townhouse, that's today. It's going to be at 11:15 a.m. to 11:45. And basically all we're going to be doing is having life skills classes, teaching you all how to be better citizens in society. And on top of that, get information on resources like different college trips, different college tours virtually. There's all sorts of things that happen at GGI. So try to be present and engage in the conversation. You can earn up to 5 to 10 points on any previous assignments. Okay. Need the link, let any of the staff know. They'll send it to you. Raspberry Pi kits. This is becoming a headache for most, but if you survive it and you do what you're supposed to do, you'll have a decent job in the end because the jobs of the future are going to be mostly automated. And if you don't know how to automate or use a computer for most stuff, you're going to be locked out of some jobs, right? They're not just for video gaming, they're also for making sure things run the society. So make sure if you haven't already, schedule to pick up your Raspberry Pi kit. If something's wrong with your Raspberry Pi kit, excuse me, coffee bean. If something wrong with your Raspberry Pi kit, alternatively, bring it to the school so I can try to repair it or give you a replacement. On top of that, Thursdays and Fridays, I'm usually in the building, so I could probably help you troubleshoot what's wrong with it if you haven't figured that out. All right. Now, this. Let's see here, Miss Kennard. Can you read that one?
Okay. Every Wednesday and Thursday, learn the code for the convenience of your home and get extra credit for some of your classes. The pandemic's effect on the coding job market. While learning the code, the surprisingly broad benefits of coding. Interested? Join by clicking the link at 4 p.m.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, let's come back to Mr. Stuckey. Can you read that there, sir?
Hello, all spring stems to the welcome to class. Inside the SB, you can access all pre-recorded videos of each class. These videos are non-ready to view by 4 p.m. daily.
Thank you. And last one, we'll go to Miss Kennard.
This screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Today's objective, students will be able to analyze the 50 Raspberry Pi beginner's guide for the edition manual to execute technical Python skills with the Raspberry Pi 400 Academy kits in regards to project number 3 RPG Maze. Classroom title today is Electrical Engineer. Word of the day is Exigent.
Exigent. You got it. Okay. You read fast, Kennard. Darn. All right. So look, I want to give you time to work on the assignment. I'm gonna have you read what's in ESB so you'll know where to put the Python file, right? Again, you both should have already from last period downloaded the actual code to begin editing the code. We're at a point where they give you some source code and you're just making it better using those steps in those pages, all right? So let me put this in the chat for you. What I'm putting in the chat is already available in over here, your EDSB account, and you go to the class and scroll down, should say project 3 right here, right? So that if you go to, I know for y'all, it looks different because you have student portals. Grab this. But if you go to, like I showed you, your My Work section, you look at assessments, you all should be able to find it easily. If you look at the classroom view, alternatively, it's like a Facebook type of posting sequence. So don't get confused with that, scroll and scroll until you find what you need. Just go to your My Work assessments page and you'll find these assignments easily. All right. And then one last part. All right. So Jalen, I'm gonna let you do this one. Gotta help you get that score up. And I did talk to your parent. She said you will be getting it back tomorrow to do your work, but I'm gonna show you how to do your work online on the computer. All right, go ahead and read all that. You got it?
Yeah. Hello all, and good morning, all STEM majors. Review pages 114 and 119 of official Rebel Propagandist Guidebook to Complete Project 3 RPG Maze. Alternatively, you can utilize the online site for instructions as well. This project is best accomplished utilizing your Raspberry Pi 400 kit Thani Python IDE. You can attempt to complete this project via the Trinket.io program. However, you will need to correctly download the resources from either the website link or from the listed link within the book on page 114, 119. The link to the Trinket online emulator to alternately attempt to complete Project 3. Once the program becomes fully functional and you have complete all necessary steps, download a particular Python file and submit such into SB for proper grading. We will discuss the assignment further in class. Hope to see you there. And Zen.
Very good. Okay. So again, this is what you have to do today. I'm going to give you about, because you two already started, 15 minutes to continue your great works and get a little more done, all right? Is there any questions for me? Jalen, Ikea.
Do we have to add the word inside?
The word of the day and stuff? Yes, you do. You know how?
Yeah, the print thing. I can find it in the book.
That's exactly it, my kid. You're awesome. I know where they are. More you speed. I got you. Okay, so 15 minutes, work on it. If you get stuck, I'll be here to help you. It's best done on your kit. Now, Jalen, for you, do you see the part that says the link to Trinket online emulator?
Yeah.
Click on that.
I'm already on it.
Okay, now I want you to use the online instructions to do it this way. Do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're going to need to also download that file and figure out how to put it in there to use it. Okay, all right, get started.
Well, I downloaded it already.
All right, well, get going. I want to see how much you can get done, and you're going to have to share your screen after a couple minutes. I need to get some points up on your scores. All right, the timer. All right, 15 minutes, you two. Hello, Mr. Carson.
What's up?
Guy is up, sir. You're late. You missed all the explanations. So, are you in Edsby?
Um,
No. All right. Log into SB so you'll know how to do the assignment today. Do you have your kit, Carson? Because you had to do this on the kit.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so you're in SB?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. So you see what pages to review. You first got to download some stuff to start the code. Read slowly. You see that first link on page 114, Carson? It says rpf.io /RPG code. Mr. Carson, did you find out what to do, or did you need me to explain it to you again? Because you got here a little late.
No, I get it. I know what to do.
Okay. So you know you got to download that code and then load it into Thani, and then you go to the next page, is 115, and you start editing the code. Tells you which lines to change or add to the code. Okay. Then we're gonna share out in a couple of minutes. I'll go. Where you been at, man? You came for 2 days and then you bounced. Yeah, I'm gonna get one. You can go up from back here. So, you have the genuine pro. You got a kit, right? You got a kit at home, right? One of these, one of those. You see those? Okay, you set up. Yeah, you sit right here. You gonna work on that. Oh, Irvin, I was gonna talk to you. I'm gonna holler at you when you get a chance. When you get a chance. You're like, okay. Uh, Okay, everybody. So at this point, we're gonna review the objective. It's 10:39, so I can give a little more time to work on it. But I wanted to be clear and explain again on what to do because Mr. Ramsey just arrived. So I want to go through with him and show you guys again what we're supposed to do, just in case it's not clear. But first, let's go through the objective. Mr. Carson, you just arrived. Let's see if we can get you 20 points. Can you read what's on the screen there?
Students will be able to analyze the official Raspberry Pi beginner's guide, 4th edition, manual to execute technical Python script within the Raspberry Pi 400 Academy kits in regards to project number 3, RPG Maze. The lesson term of the day is electrical engineer. The word of the day is exigent.
Very good. Okay. So let me show you real quickly. At this point, give me one moment. I got to get Calvin moved over to the other computer kit. How come you're not in it? Not in the room? Calvin? Calvin, you be able to look at your screen or that screen. Okay. Just follow along. But you might want to get to 114. All right. So, oh, there's Michaela. Let me mark her present. Yeah. Okay. All right. Mark Michaela present, Calvin, Tyshawn, Jalen, and Micaiah all present. All right. Now look, guys, I'm gonna explain this again because some people just got here late. Class starts at 10:10, everybody, just being honest. So I gotta explain it again, but if you missed anything or it's going too fast, you can always check the recording out. If you're on page 114, you'll be able to follow along what I'm doing. So take a look. The first thing they want you to do, let me change this screen here, is first be on your Raspberry Pi kit, right? Next thing is go to page 114 in your book, and I think this was read by Micaiah, I'm sorry, earlier today. So I'm gonna have, let's see, Michaela, you there? Is your microphone working, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you read something after I demonstrate something. All right. So get to 114 with your book, and I'm gonna have you read something for 45 points. Okay. Next, I'm gonna log into Calvin Ramsey's. He's next to a Raspberry Pi that's set up. All right. Probably can't see the kit, but you can see him right there. So what I'm gonna do is, I think he is BNC number 1, so I know which one that is, and that's 119. So you guys see on the screen what Calvin's Raspberry Pi is doing, right? So Calvin, you see it moving around that little small screen on the kit? Yes, no, maybe? You moving around over there? You see me moving around on the kit? Okay. So everybody, you click on the Raspberry. This is how you get to Thani, where you're gonna be programming. Go to programming and Thani Python IDE. Once you do that, this will open up. Leave this open because you're going to use this for your codes. Now, if we come to page 114, you got to type in these things. And this is what I want Calvin to type in on the keyboard, the Raspberry Pi. So Calvin, do you see where it says rpf.io/RPG in your book on page 114? All right, so what does it tell you to do? Open up a Chromium browser. This is just like how you access the internet. And Calvin, I want you to type in that search bar there, that rpf.io, and the rest of it. Go right ahead. Not that keyboard. Yeah, that keyboard. There you go. Hit the space bar, but I don't see nothing. You hit the space bar a bunch of times. You didn't type nothing. The backspace. Okay, now you see where it says RPF. There you go. I hope everybody's paying attention to this that don't know what to do. He's doing this on the kit right now. Okay, and then what else? Yep. Very good. Enter. And you see down there at the bottom, this is already explained in the book too, that Michaela's about to read. It says the type of file can cause your computer harm. You're going to click on keep. So go ahead and click on keep, Calvin. And then Michaela, you ready to read? Click on keep at the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay, start from project 3, Michaela, and stop at own, OWN, on page 115, okay? You got it?
No, where's on it?
The own on 115 at the bottom, right? So from project 3 to own, right?
Now you're getting the hang of Python. It's time to use Python to make something a little more complicated. A fully functional text-based maze game based on classic role-playing games, known as text adventures or interactive fiction. These games date back to when computers couldn't handle graphics but still had their fans who argue that no graphics will ever be as vivid as those you have in your imagination. This program is quite a bit more complex than others in this chapter, so to make things easier, you will start with a version already partially written. Open the Chromium web browser and go to the following address. The Chromium web browser will automatically download the code for the program to your download folder, but will warn you that the type of file of Python program will harm your computer. You will download the file from your Raspberry Pi Foundation, a trusted source, so click on the keep button of the warning message that appears at the bottom of the screen. Go back to Thani, then click the low icon from the file in your downloads folder and click the low button. Start by clicking the run icon to familiarize yourself with how text adventure works. The game's output appears in the shell area at the bottom of the Thani window. Make the Thani window larger by clicking on the maximize button. To make it easier to read, the game as it stands now is very simple. These are two rooms and no objects. The player starts in the hall, the first of the two rooms. To go to the kitchen, simply type go south followed by the enter key. When you're in the kitchen, you can type go north to return to the hall. You can also try typing go west and go east, but as there aren't any rooms in those directions, the game will show you an error message. Scroll down to line 29 of the program in the script area to find a variable called room. This type of variable is known as dictionary and tells the game the rooms that exist in which room a given exit leads to. To make the game more interesting, add another room in the dining room east of the hall, find the rooms variable in the script area, and extend it by adding the comma symbol after the on line 38, then typing the following. You'll also need a new exit in the hall. This one isn't automatically created for you. Go to the end of line 33, add a comma, then add the following line. Click the run icon and try your new rooms. Type go east in the hall. Type go east while in the hall to enter the dining room, and type go west while in the dining room to enter the hall. Congratulations, you made a room of your own.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Smith. All right. So as you guys can see, I'm using the file that was downloaded. And on Calvin's computer or his Raspberry Pi, you would go to get the Thani, the Raspberry programming. Then you come down here to Thani Python IDE. This is where you're going to be doing your programming. Now, he downloaded the file when he typed in that link. The next big thing he needs to do is go to Thani and click on load here. This is what she just explained to everybody. So I'm gonna click on new because that's a file that's making that syntat light up, as you see on his kit. But now we're starting about this program here, a game called Maze RPG, or RPG Maze, I should say. So I click on load as the book just instructed, and I'm gonna look for the file that Calvin just downloaded, probably in the downloads. You'll see here RPG dash RPG is what we're looking for, .py. So I'm gonna click on it, do number 2, and he's ready. So now, if we go to page 115, in the middle of the page, it says on line 38, begin typing, and you want to put a comma, right? So you want to extend this script. It says right there, to make the game more interesting, add another room, a dining room, east of the hall. Find the rooms variable in the scripts area and extend it by adding a comma after the bracket on line 38. So if we go down to line 38, I'm doing this on Calvin's Raspberry Pi. This is line 38, right? Right here. So it tells you to do what? You're going to put a comma, right? Comma. And then what? You're going to type in dining room and the rest of that in yellow. Don't forget the brackets and the colon. Everything has to be exactly the same. Okay? So I want you to begin doing that. You guys got to follow the directions all the way up until page 119. So begin typing in those codes so you can eventually get this game to work. If you're on a different computer, worst case scenario, you have to do it in Trinket, try to turn in your work, but I'm still gonna have to test it, and if it's not right, you're gonna have to do it over. That's why it's best to do it on your kit. So I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes to work on this. Let's try for 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna get ready for Townhouse and GGI, all right? Okay, Calvin, let's get you going. All right, so you know, that's cool. Yeah. How you doing, Calvin? Solid. You're getting it. Okay. See what else you gotta do. You're making a video game, dude. You don't even know it. Let's call. Okay. Now you gotta make it look the same, Calvin. So try to space it over like theirs. Calvin, go to page 116, the very next page, and you'll see a picture of how it's supposed to look at the top. That helps you. See what you gotta do? All right. Each one that you do, each parts you do, there's pictures to show you. So first make that picture look the same, and then go to the next part. Okay? I think that might help in seeing how they did it. Yours is almost there. I want you to space it over and make it just like theirs, all neat. Just to let you guys know, there is, who are we missing? Somebody disappeared. Look at this. Oh, that's right. Carson just Calvin just didn't log in yet. So, guys and gals, on page the very next page after 115, 116, as I was telling Calvin, there are pictures you can use to see if you're doing it right. So at the top of 116, you'll see how the code is supposed to look in case when you were reading it, you got confused. After you do that, you go to the next page. This assignment goes from 114 all the way to 119. It has pictures to show you how you're supposed to be typing that in there, okay? Okay, as everybody can see on the screen, Calvin's been working hard at it. You can see what he's doing in real time. Again, this assignment is due by 8 p.m. tonight. You have to download your particular Python file once you save it and put it into Edsby. Okay, so don't forget to do that. We're going to review the objective one last time and then talk about GGI. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so let's see here. Carson, want to get your points up. Oh no, this looks horrible. 1 second, you guys. Screen all jacked up. All right. Okay. Everything's back to normal. Yep. Okay. Carson, can you read the screen?
Students will be able to analyze the official Raspberry Pi Beginner's Guide, 4th edition manual to execute technical Python scripts within a Raspberry Pi 400 Academy kits in regards to project number 3, RPG Maze. Classroom term of the day is electrical engineering. Word of the day is exigent.
Very good, sir. Thank you. All right. Got his 20 points. Next would be, let's click on this. Let's see who's in here. Let's get Kia. Can you read that for us, ma'am? It's in the chat. It says townhouse.
Okay. Townhouse and GGI is mandatory for all students. Life skills class. Also, there are tons of awesome opportunities that students can take advantage of. Log in today and gain some extra credit for participating. See you there. 11:15, 11:45 a.m. Let's go later on today, Zen.
All right, thank you. All right, so look, it is now currently 11:04. I'm going to give you all time to stretch your legs, but try to participate in GGI, especially those of you that need points. Like 5 to 10 points goes a long way daily. Can add up to save your grade somewhat, especially if you're in like that close F to a D range, can really save you. All right, so look, want to see everybody there and participation. And you might want to bookmark that link, the https://meet.google.com. You click on that, it'll take you straight to the GGI link. It's also posted over again in EDSB, so you guys can get there in a regular amount of time. Okay, so look, I want you to bookmark that. There's also the Let's Code link. Nobody showed up yesterday, so I don't know. That's easy points that are double the credit because they're computer science points. So I'll see everybody later. You're free to head to GGI now. Don't forget what you got to turn in.